So what's the problem? I don't understand.
So the problem is...
You haven't got money to go.
No, that's
wanted
right,
me to borrow money.
No, because Ron is basically, he's so desperate for me to go that he's going to pay for me to go.
Right, okay.
Because he's got no mates.
Right, go on.
And
so what's the problem? I don't get it.
The problem isn't money.
What's the problem?
The problem is my honey.
Your honey?
My problem is my
missus.
honey. Yeah, because Janet, I can't just go home and go, listen, I'm going off on Thursday to Buenos Aires for a week. You've got kids, you understand.
Things to do, like...
Ron is footloose and fancy free, he can do what he wants. You think I can just drop shit and just go to Buenos Aires for a week at the drop of a hat?
Right.
When I've probably got loads of things in the diary that I've got to do. Pick up the kids, take them to their activities, this, that and the other. I've got commitment.
1 week.
So my question to you, Gav, is how do I get this past the missus?
Think about it. I've got an idea. So this is it, basically. Go home.
Yeah, we've got to hear you, Gav. We've got to hear you.
Listen, go home, and basically, you have to say, look. You say Janet, no, because you want to always use their first name.
Janet.
Always use their name, so you get in the build rapport, yeah. So JJ. So JJ, I've been thinking. Ron's going to Buenos Aires. I haven't been there for 15 years. You know. Yeah, I'll have a beer, please.
Just for still water.
So you say, you know, Buenos Aires has really stirred up a lot inside me, and I'm feeling like I really need to go. And I'm feeling that I need not just to show Ron it, but I want to reconnect with my dad and my family history. And I'm going to go there. And what this is the genius. You say I'm going to go for 3 weeks, right? Say I'm going to go for 3 weeks. Because I don't just want to go for a week and sort of, you know, just I don't want to scratch the surface. This is deep. You hear that one? I don't want to scratch the surface. This is deep, right? And you say it runs really deep in me, right? But lay it on really quite thick. Yeah. Now she's going to flip out. And go, you can't look for 3 weeks, go away, leave the kids, me. What am I going to do? Yeah. We've got this and this and this and this. But you say no, you're not listening to me. Yeah. This is deep. I've got to go, and I'm going to have to go for 3 weeks. It might be 4 weeks, babe. And then basically she's going to blow up. She's going to lose it. What do you mean? What about your work and stuff? At work, you're going to have to say things like, work doesn't matter when it comes, blood is thicker than work. Is that a phrase? Blood is thicker than something. So say that, blood is thicker than whatever, you can just add anything. Yeah, well, my dad died there, let's do that. Like, my dad actually died there. And since my dad died, I haven't been back. Well, maybe you have. Oh, you haven't? Oh, that's even better, right? Not that your dad died, obviously, but he died there in this. Anyway, so you just lay it on really, really thick. Blood is thicker than my dad, or my dad was thicker than blood. And then, so it's going to kick off, right? It will kick off, and your missus will, unlike Janet, will probably lose it. But then you've got to really leave it going for a little bit. So and don't talk to her, don't just say you're not understanding me and all this. Walk out maybe even stay at your mum's for a night, just stay out. Leave it about more than 24 hours, you've got to leave it brewing for 24 hours, and then you go back. You have a big bust up, and then you go back and you say, babe, I agree, I know, and you go back with a real sort of like, babe, I know, I was really, I think I was, because I was so emotional about it, I realised, I can't leave you for 3 weeks, and I don't want to leave you for 3 weeks, I don't want to be away from my family for 3 weeks. And then you hit him with, so what I've decided I'm going to do, I've reflected upon it, and you're right, that is unreasonable what I was saying. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for a week. And see, the genius thing about this is she, in the kind of the whole thing, she's like, what? And then she'll be like, yeah, a week, well that's more, you know, it's called perceptual contrast. It's actually a psychological phenomenon. It's like if you put your hand into hot water and cold water, and you put it in the other, it feels different, right? Because having felt one thing, you feel, just understand?
I got you.
It's genius, isn't it?
It's genius,
you're going to do it?
It's absolutely genius.
You're going to do it?
I'm going to fly there, it's going to take me about a day to get there. I'm going to stay there for 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, and then come back.
It's like a sacrifice, like I'm doing a
Yeah, exactly, yeah, that's what you say. Yeah, that's it. So you say, look, I've just realised, I'm just going to do it. And it might be scratching the surface, but what you say, I know what you say, it might be scratching the surface, but the surface is worth scratching. It's like for Michael or something, you know, it's unscratchable. You say it's unscratchable. Teflon. You say it might be scratching the surface, it's like Teflon, it's going to slide through or something like that. That's not such a good line, maybe leave that one about the Teflon thing. But say, just leave the scratching the surface.
Yeah.
Come back next week for any more advice. And
Okay.
Go to different cafes and
Okay, so we'll tune in next week, yeah?
Tune in
for
next
next week's masterclass.
masterclass.
Okay, well, I'm going to go home and put this one to the test.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll see.
Please subscribe to these videos and just post any comments. And if you do try this at home,
Don't blame me.
Yeah.
We're not liable for any
we're not liable.
potential marriage breakups that are as a
Rinse
result.
sport.
Yeah, a lot of small.
Hang on. You done?
Yeah, we're done.
We're gonna
I
eat.
thought the missus said yes.
Yeah, Ron, you just shut up and between me and Gav.